Your body is not the problem. That's what I wanted to talk about today. I'm going to go in here and I'm going to come back and I want to talk about that, is that when I say your body is not the problem, to be able to move your body and then you hold back from moving your body, from showing your body, from knowing that your body is beautiful, is not a problem. Your body, is not the problem. The problem is this sick, he just hit my car. Just hit the door. You could tell he high or something, the way he flew into this spot. Anyway, so to hypersexuality, this world is sick with the hypersexuality, the way they try to make other people feel, the way they try to project their feelings off to other people because of the way they have been taught to think, or the way they continue to think without looking within themselves. And so my thing is holding back from moving the body so much because of this is like trauma responses, even from a little child, as a little girl, or keep your legs closed because somebody's looking in them, or don't, or when you get grown, it's like, don't put your legs like that, somebody's looking, in your shorts, or things of that nature. So it's like, where is your mind at? And then I think about getting old, and many people don't move their bodies anymore, and afraid to move, and have been so afraid to move their bodies and become timid and whatever to move their bodies because of the hypersexuality. Can come from men, can come from women, can come from young folks, can come from middle-aged folks, can come from dirty old folks. It's has been a problem in society because the pedophiles and those that are not pedophiles, and the porn addictions, or just hypersexuality period, is a trip. Okay. All right, use or lose I'm on, so I got a little time. But anyway, I was talking about bodies, and bodies are made to move, express, and be seen. The problem is not the body. It is the gaze that turns normal movement into something dirty or hypersexual. So let me give this example. The other day, something happened, and it was like, we can get old. I'm going to explain it like this. We can get old, 80, 90 years old, and can barely remember anything. And it was so funny where 80, 90 years old, and they remember something back in their brain. And it's like, it was so funny. And they came out of the, they could have something mental going on. They can have some drugs going, on board. They can have altered mental status or whatever, right? So it was so funny how they can't come out of that state of mind and remember catcalling. And it's so disrespectful. Back in the day, you walk down the street, it was like, and so I kid you not, this was so loud, and they did a long woo, and so it was heard a long way down the hall. A lot of people heard it. So now the new joke is when you see other staff members, we go, woo, wee, but some people don't understand that. Okay, so catcalling, I don't know, it's a whole, I didn't do no homework on it to give it a presentation of the background of it and how it started and all that other stuff, right? But you could tell some people think when you receive a cat call or you do a cat call, it has to be acted upon and received as something in a relationship, sexual type manner. And I, try to explain to somebody, this is very disrespectful. We laugh and we joke about it to those that know how to laugh and joke about it. But there are some female that don't understand that it's not about the sexual part of it that they may think it's about. I don't know how to explain it, but I'm going to read this after I type this in about the body because I feel as though it's something that I'd like to address. And so I stopped over here where it says it is the gaze that turns a normal movement into something dirty or hypersexual. So healthy movement and body visibility can be about function, joy, and longevity instead of performance for somebody else's fancy. And let me stop right there. That makes me think about becoming old and people are afraid or don't know how to move or things that have been stuck in their mind for years and years. And then they get to the point where they just, sit in however, recliner, TV, whatever, and don't move the body or feel funny if they move the body, especially if they're around other people. And it's like, I'm not supposed to be moving my body like this unless I'm just performing in an intimate moment or something like that. And that's the body is made to be moved. It's just that the way society has been so toxic with the body on both sides, on the male side, on the female side, on homosexuality, on heterosexuality. It's just it has become toxic over the years, so toxic. So your body is not the problem, it says here. The idea that you should hide or freeze your body because of predators or hypersexual comments is a trauma response from a sick culture, not a moral truth. Research on sexualization shows that when people are constantly treated like bodies for consumption, my body is only for your consumption, it increases shame, anxiety, and self-objectification, which makes them disconnected from their own bodies instead of living in your body. I just thought of something too, like being in intimate relationships. It's like, well, we're supposed to be intimate. Yes, you are supposed to be intimate, but then if you don't have a connection where you can talk to somebody, they dismiss you every time you talk, and the only time they want to talk to you and laugh and smile with you when you come home from a hard day at work, or when you're talking about the children that you have together, is when they know that, for example, they're going to get a piece, whether it's a male or a female. So that falls under that category as well, I think. So the disconnect is exactly what keeps many from moving, from exercising, dancing, or even enjoying the basic comfort in their own skin. Bodies are vessels made to move. Body, neutrality, work, literally describes the body as a vessel that carries you through life, with the focus on what it does. Not how it looks to others, not how that body looks to others. When you see your body as a vessel, movement stops being a show. This is not for show. I need to move my body. And it becomes maintenance, like a prayer if you pray, or, get into yourself, you protest, you joy, and, healthcare all at once. Regular physical activity is strongly linked with lower risk of heart disease, diabetes, and early disability. And it supports brain health, mood, and independence as you age. One of the things that can help keep you out of that wheelchair before your time. Moving without performing for the gaze. You can show and move your body in ways that are powerful, not hypersexual, by shifting who it's for. Move for function, walking, stretching, lifting, dancing, yoga, practices framed around strength, mobility, pain relief, and joy, not looks. Dress and show up for comfort, safety, culture, and style, not for the approval of the loudest or nastiest commentator. Your worth is not in how appropriate your body looks to someone else. If someone responds with hypersexuality remarks, that is a reflection of their conditioning and predatory leans, not proof that you did something wrong with your body. Research shows that the harm comes from sexualizing media and objectifying gaze, not from the bare fact that bodies exist and move. So healing a relationship with your body. Let me stop here because I got something that I want to bring out. I mentioned earlier is that, being young, you'd hear if you wear a dress, if you're a female or if you're a male, and they say, close your legs. And it's like, why are you telling them to close your legs and you're not policing the people that are looking between the legs? Like, only if, don't get it twisted. What do they have their legs open for? That's another thing of personalities and behaviors. Like, are they the ones that are displaying hypersexuality, like look between my legs or whatever. That's why I have them open. That's not what I'm saying. So a body neutral, movement centered stances give language for what you are describing. This is my body. It moves, it carries me, it deserves respect, not shame. Simple daily practices like listening, what your body did for you today, or paying attention to sensations while you walk or dance, have been suggested as ways to rebuild appreciation without obsessing over appearance. Over time, that helps separate enjoying your body from performing your body, so you can show up fully present without carrying everybody else's projections on your skin. That's it. Just had to get that out.